Yo guys, I've got a spark which I'm going to use to ignite the fire for another hashtag Top 10 Thursday, which is actually being released on a Thursday for once. It must be a miracle, but as I digress, today's Top 10 is a pretty creative one if I do say so myself. Then again, of course I'd say that considering I am the one that came up with this concept. But as I digress, today the said creative topic is going to be none other than the Top 10 Best Skylanders Triple Packs. And in other words, the only thing that really contributes towards where these triple packs fall upon the list is the average quality between all three figures. So we might have triple packs on this list with two really outstanding figures but one really terrible one, or three which are just average, which are better in some cases than two really good characters and one really bad character, which is ultimately what leads us to our honourable mention, which is going to be Wrecking Ball's triple pack from Skylanders Giants. Now, Wrecking Ball is a pretty fucking terrible character, and I hate him. He's my second least favourite Skylander of all time because he grosses me out. He's got a really, really bad design. And his triple pack on Spyro's Adventure was pretty bad, being accompanied by Sonic Boom and Stealth Wolf. Those characters are average at best, so average characters being combined with one of the worst characters of the franchise makes for overall a pretty lousy triple pack. However, in Giants, Wrecking Ball was given the luxury of having two really great partners within his triple pack, because Flameslinger and Fright Rider alike are both excellent characters. They are fast-paced, they have really awesome designs, and are, above all, most importantly of all, you could say, really fun to play as. Therefore, Wrecking Ball's triple pack was significantly improved in Giants after he was accompanying two far superior, far more fun characters to play as. But with how terrible Wrecking Ball is, it really drags down the entirety of this triple pack, meaning that it can't really get above the honourable mention spot. Without further ado, we're going to move on to number 10, which is going to be another Giants triple pack, but this time around it's going to be Prison Break, Lightning Rod, and Drill Sergeant, all of which are Series 2s. Now, one thing these characters all have in common are really, really great WoW pals and some really great design work as well. Prison Break, Lightning Rod, and Drill Sergeant have really well designed reposes, mind you. Especially Prison Break, since it has so much detail put into that repose iteration. So the fact that this gives you a really great upgrade upon for Series 1 iterations makes this a really well-rounded triple pack because of the fact that, you get the great WoW pals. Unfortunately, Drill Sergeant isn't a great Skylander in terms of his gameplay. He's a little too much on the weekend. Though, fortunately for him, Prison Break and Lightning Rod really do elevate the overall quality of this triple pack, since those two are really powerful, really fun characters to utilise, with some great pacing alongside them. But even at their best, they are slightly above average. So overall, this triple pack kind of evens at the average spot, which is a lot better than other triple packs, mind you, which is why they've hit the list, mind you. But apart from that, there isn't anything to make this triple pack stand out, unlike our number 9 spot, Zook, Ignitor, and Chill. So obviously this triple pack is going to stand out for one main reason: it has my favourite character in it. So Ignitor is clearly the strong point of this triple pack, and it's kind of nice to see two opposing elements in the same triple pack, since we have fire and water both in the same triple pack here. And Chill is a really surprising character. She turned out a lot more fun and a lot more effective in combat than I was originally expecting. So being pleasantly surprised by her has, of course, elevated the overall quality of this triple pack. But unfortunately, the obvious weak link here is Zook. He's probably the weakest and for least most fun of the life Skylanders, at least from the SSA cast, mind you. So because of that, he alone does drop the overall quality of this triple pack, being a lot more on the weaker end of the quality of Skylanders. But overall, is still a damn great triple pack, and that's what gets at number 9 on the list. But moving on to number 8, we have a Trap Team triple pack this time around, featuring Batspin, Frino, and Cobra Kadabra. Now, Batspin and Cobra Kadabra are both really excellent Trap Team cores, which emphasise just how great and underrated all of these Trap Team cores are, and then being accompanied alongside Frino, which is a figurine that was very much deserving of a repose, made this a very strange triple pack, because these characters didn't really belong together. They don't really have any sort of theming in common, so Putting these three together specifically made no sense to me, and so because of that, it wasn't a very well designed pack, despite the fact that the figurines inside it were each excellent. And Batspin has some very weak design work and a very weak name on top of that, but hey, her gameplay more than makes up for that. And Cobra Kadabra can be a little bit frustrating, but he's still fun to play as and has a very unique design. So overall, this is a triple pack, which sure, whilst it makes no sense, it's still well-rounded and provides you with three pretty good Skylanders. Not exceptional Skylanders, far from great Skylanders, but pretty good, and that will suffice for a pretty good triple pack overall. But coming in at number 7, we have easily the most underrated triple pack in the entirety of Skylanders history. Voodooed, Boomer, and Prison Break. A lot of people needlessly hate on Prison Break. He's so much fun. He requires strategy, making you constantly concentrated whilst you play with this character. Voodooed is incredibly powerful, as is Boomer, meaning that, you know, if you pick up this triple pack alongside the Spyro's Adventure starter pack, you're going to have some very powerful characters right out of the box, mind you. So overall, with just how much power this triple pack can present you with, and the fact that it provides you with 3 highly underrated and over-forgotten Skylanders, is really, really cool, and I'm glad this triple pack kind of brings light to 2 very forgotten Skylanders, and gives them the love that they deserve, you could say, having been put in the same pack together. But coming in at number 6, we have a Swap Force triple pack, the only one to feature on this list, and that's going to be Trigger Happy, Star Strike, and Gilgrunt. The problem with most Swap Force triple packs is that they put some really terrible characters with some really, really great ones, and it meant that on average, most of the triple packs weren't very good. Like, you had a really excellent character like Scorp put with an average character like Chop Chop and a terrible character like Sprocket, for example. But Trigger Happy, Star Strike, and Gilgrunt is definitely, once you average them out, the best combination of characters within the whole of the triple packs of Swap Force, because they are all themed, as they're all projectile based. They all maintain your concentration on the game, since they have quite strategic based movesets. And they just feel like they belong together, especially since they are all of the same elements of the Spyro's Adventure starter pack characters, with Star Strike replacing Spyro and the other 2 having been in that same starter pack. So that's ultimately what makes this triple pack feel themed, and the fact that they're all projectile based makes all of these characters fun to play as and very effective in combat. So on average, this is easily the best Swap Force starter pack, triple pack, just for being the most well-rounded, you could say. But coming in at number 5, we have yet another triple pack featuring Igniter, since he and Spyro's Adventure featured in a triple pack alongside Camo and Warnado. Now, Igniter and Camo are both absolute fan favourites. Of course, Igniter is my personal favourite, but I know a lot of people love him as well. And you could say the same with Camo, which I myself also adore. So you have 2 really great characters. What's wrong with this triple pack? Well, it's the obvious weak link, Warnado, because unfortunately, he's not very good and definitely below average, so he drags down this entire pack, in my personal opinion. So having 2 really great outstanding Skylanders coupled with a not great one is ultimately what drags this pack down and puts it at number 5 on the list. But at the very least, it did still provide you with some rare characters, because Warnado, Camo, and Igniter in a single pack alike were very difficult to find at the time. So if you could come across this triple pack, you could find 3 hard-to-get Skylanders all at once. So of course, that admirability behind it also elevates up the list, since it's got a theme behind it, and that is rarity in terms of a Spyro's Adventure line of toys. But yes, that's all I have to say about that triple pack, because we're going to move on to an even better one now. So we're going to return to General had some fantastic triple packs, and that's going to start with Funny Bone, Shroom Boom, and Chopper. Now, I love this triple pack. You have some... you once again have a triple pack even oriented around projectiles, so it's themed. And these are some very powerful projectile-based characters as well. Funny Bone is fast-paced and really fun to use with a really great design. And you could say the same with Chopper. He's cute, and so overall, this triple pack just features so many cute Skylanders that it becomes very attractive, especially for kids who love cute things. So having 3 similarly designed Skylanders in the same pack and 3, similarly played Skylanders in the same pack just means that this one makes sense and makes it one that you really want to pick up, since it's got some above average characters, even Shroom Boom, I would say, because I like him more than most. So that's what makes this pack as great as it is and worthy of number 4 spot. But it's still not as great as the best Trap Team triple pack. And that's going to be none other than Torch, Blades, and Gilgrunt. I think those names alone sell this triple pack to you. Because Blades and Gilgrunt are both top tier, very good Skarners with very powerful, well, in Gilgrunt's case, projectile attacks. And Blades has some really fluent and fun melee combos to utilize, which just makes him a blast to both watch and to play as. And then Torch is also stupid overpowered, especially when you bring her soul gem into the mix, where of course, you know, you charge a projectile and then it brings out this massive flamethrower with huge damage potential. So the fact that this triple pack provides you with 3 very rare Skarners, and it was a very unique triple pack in the fact that it featured a Skarner from an adventure pack in it, something that at the time we had never seen before, just makes this triple pack really stand out amongst the crowd, and makes it just more admirable to pick up, mind you. And once you've done so, you will have a lot of fun with all 3 Skarners it involves. But moving on to number 2, we have the best Spice Adventure starter pack featuring Drobot, Flameslinger, and Stump Smash. All 3 of these characters range from very good to outstanding. Drobot and Flameslinger are both within my top 15 favourite Skarners since they're fast-paced, they're powerful, they're pretty brainless as well, since you either mash buttons or in Drobot's case you hold the square button to win. That is if you're using PlayStation, mind you, they're just controls I'm used to. And then Stump Smash is incredibly powerful. He has really high health, which makes sense. He's a life Skarner with a large hitbox, so the large health kind of balances him out. So overall, that makes him powerful and very fun to utilize, and he has some really great combinations on top of that, which are really fluent and fun to pull off. So above all, this is a really fun triple pack, and it's the most balanced one from the whole of Spice Adventure because it provided you with 3 very good to outstanding characters, as I opened with when I first talked about the triple pack, but easily the best triple pack of Skarner's history is one featuring 3 top tier Skarners, 2 of which are in my top 10, the only triple pack to do such a thing, and that's going to be the one from Giants featuring Gilgrunt, Flashwing, and Double Trouble. For WoW Power Series 2 Double Trouble is so broken, especially when you combine it with the bottom path featuring his doubles, since you can defeat multiple enemies at once with his beam being split upon them, and still have increased maneuverability whilst your beam locks on, and then of course you create a army of doubles from doing said beam lockage, and then you have the powerful bomb on top of that for when enemies surround you and you need a very powerful quick way to deal with them. And then Flashwing, of course, on top of that has her excellent projectile game, her great speed and pacing, and Gilgrunt is also a very powerful ranged character, making him very effective in combat because most of the time your enemies ain't even going to get near you when you're playing as Gilgrunt, thanks to his great maneuverability on the battlefield. So overall, this triple pack was not balanced in the slightest. There wasn't even a Skarner below great in this triple pack, so there's no other reason to pick up any other triple pack other than this one, because this, in the whole of the Skarners franchise, is the one featuring the best combination of characters without a shadow of a doubt. Sure, whilst none of them are my absolute favourite, since Igniter takes that spot for me, it's just the combination of these 3 characters which is greater than any other triple pack. I had to emphasise that, which is why I repeated my own words, repetition for effects and all. But I was going to do it for this hashtag Top 10 Thursday, which I need to repeat is on time, just to emphasise the fact that it truly is a miracle. But as I digress, with this top 10 coming to an end, I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in a week from now for another hashtag Top 10 Thursday. But until that moment arises, peace!